At the moment, triathlon and the Ironman brand are obviously booming. Only a few years back, we had just 20 events. Today, there are 46 in Europe, my area of responsibility. 13 of those events are full-distance Ironman, and 24 of them are the 70.3 distance. That means that we now have around 80,000 to 90,000 participants each year, and these participants come from more than 70 countries. By now, these races are huge events, and on average, we have about 70,000 spectators at each race. So we end up with way more than 2 million spectators across all our events in Europe. They're able to watch how 15,000 gels are handed out to the participants, how 16,000 liters of water and 8,000 bars are given away. Sometimes you have heat races like the one in Frankfurt recently, where the temperatures soared up to 39 degrees and we had 12 tons of ice along the course. All those are logistical efforts that need to be managed. With regards to volunteers, we have on average around 2,000 of them at each race. Without these volunteers, we couldn't run events like these. You have to motivate them, but they also like being part of these events because it gives them a chance to look behind the scenes. You only see grinning faces amongst the athletes. They really enjoy themselves. There's a great spirit, and we enjoy that and like to help. It really is like a family, whether it's the race director or your average volunteer. It's like a family business, and that's the reason why there are so many volunteers. For me, it's about the get-together, the fun, the ambiance. I particularly like that everyone pushes their limits, you know? You see that the human body is capable of that and how they really go for it at all these events. Every athlete deserves a pat on the back because it's madness what they do. The athletes often come 2, 3, or 4 days before the actual event and stay around afterwards. In that time, the families and the friends want to be entertained, and that's where the leisure program of the host city becomes important. But then there are also things like the expos. The expos are very interesting, both for the athletes themselves when it comes to the sporting goods, but also for the supporters. All this makes the last few days before the event very exciting, and that really contributes to the profit and the success of the event. Ironman is definitely a trendsetter. Everyone knows the famous scenes of the finish in Kona, Hawaii. It's similar to Wimbledon in tennis or Monte Carlo in Formula One. But what's even nicer is that you develop a culture. Finishing an Ironman means discipline, health-conscious living, and preparation, and an emotional experience.